Here we go. That's Rune Mysteries and Rune Memories complete. Just a couple of quest points, and I can claim some uh, free pure essence from this chest down here. Rune crafting level is only 53, so 7,155 pure essence. I will take that. And this is mostly going to be for impure essence, necromancy rune stuff. Okay, so that's an interesting mechanic. So to exchange the demonic skull between group members, like we have to kill each other because you can't trade it and you can't put it in the group storage. So you have to like kill your group member and you get 50k less for killing someone with a demonic skull than what it costs, 550k. So it's still better than everyone buying their own demonic skull and that costing like 2 mil total, but it's not ideal. There's 60 agility. This is sort of locking myself to the wilderness agility course to like 70, 75, whatever I can muster. Because I want to be able to get at least up to like 77 for Ritual of Madrat eventually. Might as well knock it out all at once, right? The fewer times we have to transfer the demonic skull, the better. There's Regicide quest complete. Got some agility XP, which actually got me a level. And yeah, I'm just doing a bunch of these quests that get me some agility XP so I can skip some of these low 60s levels at the wilderness course. And there's Roving Elves complete. Another quest point, 10k strength XP, and a free tier 70 bow, which is actually like gonna be my best ranged weapon at level 70 probably. Yeah, I figured I spent long enough in this account without fairy rings, so here's Fairy Tale Part 1 done. Let's go ahead and start Fairy Tale Part 2 and probably Fairy Tale Part 3 immediately. And here's Fairy Tale Part 2, so now I can actually use fairy rings, but it's not that convenient with the lunar staff having to wield that every time I use them, so let's go ahead and do Fairy Tale Part 3. And there is Fairy Tale Part 3 complete. It's a pretty big quest to do, so get the magic watering can, so there's infinite water, 63 farming, which is one of the requirements for branches of Darkmeyer, and 225 quest points, which means I get the next quest dice, and it'll be the next tier up as well, so I believe, is it 750? I'll be K that'll be able to get this? Man, I can't speak, it's just way too late at night, but it should be 750k, which, or actually 1 mil. Oh, I miscounted, but cool. About half of that will be going towards buying another demonic skull. Kind of borrowed it from ants, but died while doing abyss rune crafting because some doofus was actually unironically PKing at abyss rune crafting, which I just don't understand why you would PK in RS3 in 2024. But here we go, buying another demonic skull, so I don't let ant down. And here we are completing the Legends quest, which is just a huge quest to get done. It's one of those annoying ones, but you get lots of rewards, a bunch of XP into Herblore, of course. And then one of the best rewards on this quest is the Legends Cape, which has like the best teleport to a fairy ring. So now that I have fairy rings unlocked, along with this Legends Cape, it's going to make teleportation that much easier. 64 farming, which unlocks spiders. So now I can finally check the 2 unchecked spiders I got from corpse spiders a while back. And we get 2 males. Unfortunate, not a breeding pair, so that means we have to go back to corpse spiders at some point. Ooh, here we are. I've just finished all of the Recipe for Disaster subquests, and I just have all these turn-in foods in my inventory, and it's funny with quest completion, like broadcasts, you can spam this subquest completion, and your group is going to see you complete like 7 quests all at once. Of course, I did Evil Dave's portion of the quest a while back, so I could do Evil Dave's Big Day Out. But the rest of these quests, I could just get all done at the same time. So by the end of turning in all this food, I just have a complete spam of quest completion broadcasts. And of course, here we are in the final boss fight. They really need to update this boss fight after EOC. These mobs have just not been rebalanced, and it shows. But that is Recipe for Disaster complete. Throwing that XP straight into Herblore, of course. And that's just a nice bunch of quests to get out of the way for quest points and general rewards. Came back to corpse spiders with range, because I need to get my ranged up, and got a female spider egg drop, so that gives me a breeding pair, which is huge for the group, because that means I can start working on getting breeding pairs for everyone else in the group as well. because we can put player-owned farm animals in the group storage, and that way they don't have to grind out a bunch of corpse spiders to get their own breeding pairs. Wanted to get the Dungeoneering medium tasks out of the way, so we see our first Frost Dragon on a solo floor. Unfortunately, this floor did not have an altar, so wasn't able to complete the achievement there. But a couple floors later, got a floor with the Frost Dragon and an altar, so I was able to complete that achievement for the Dungeoneering medium tasks. And that's huge because that gives you free Law and Cosmic runes at the start of every floor, which saves just a ton of time in the long run. You don't have to rune craft as your first thing getting into a new floor. Ran out of cash, so time to do a bunch of quests for my next quest dice reward. Here's Creature of Finkenstrain, What Lies Below, Tale of the Moose Spa, Garden of Tranquility, Bringing Home the Bacon, Great Brain Robbery, and finally, A Tale of Two Cats to finish off 250 quest points, so that'll be another 1 million coins to the coin pouch. Started doing some dungeoneering skilling with Ant. Basically, you do divination and crafting while you're doing like large dungeoneering floors, and with the Hall of Memories buffs, you get like an absurd amount of divination XP per floor, depending on your Wisp RNG. But this is just so much nicer than doing caches to get yourself to like 80 plus divination. And here we are making a big Dungeoneering reward shop purchase, the Bone Crusher, which is a nice quality of life item, and eventually it'll help maintain prayer with the Split Bird Skull necklace. And there is 70 agility, which is a big level. It means I can use a shortcut in the Taverley dungeon. Skips a lot of running to get to the Hellhounds or wherever I want to go. And it's just a nice clean level to get. And there is 60 attack, which is just a huge level. It unlocks so many things. Dragon weapons. I got my dragon halberd borrowing from the team. I think our team has like 2 dragon hallies we're kind of sharing between each other. And it also means I can actually wield the dragon hatchet when I'm training woodcutting. It just makes it a lot easier. And there's 60 strength, which is a requirement for a couple of pretty important quests. But go back to training on attack, because I want to get 70 attack for the next sort of weapon unlocks. And yeah, between these ghouls and hellhounds, it's kind of hard to tell which one is going to be best in the long term. Because Hellhounds is definitely slower XP, but you get like hard clue scrolls that you can stack up in the group storage, since there's no limit on clue scrolls in the group storage. And you need those for fortunate components later, and they're better charms, but these are just much faster XP per hour. So it's hard to say. There's going to be a big level coming in here in just a second. I've been kind of a bad YouTuber and not been recording many clips for the past few days. Just been AFKing a lot of skills up, but 70 attack unlocks a whole bunch of weapons. But more importantly, this little thing up here, 130 combined levels in attack and strength, one of the requirements for while Guthix sleeps, so I can enter the Warriors Guild. And I believe once I get like one more herblore level, like I will have all of the skill requirements for while Guthix sleeps and all those prerequisite quests. So I just gotta do a bunch of questing to knock that one out. But yeah, I've been AFKing so many skills up. I got 76 woodcuttings for the Branches of Darkmeyer requirement, getting my fire making up, gonna do mining and smithing shortly. Just I've had a lot of AFK time in the past few days. And that is Branches of Darkmeyer complete. Just a massive quest to get done. Look at all that XP and level spam. Woodcutting, farming, fletching, crafting, slayer. And that's not even before using the 150k XP into herblore, which is going to get me from 64 to 67 herblore, taking care of the requirement for while Guthix sleeps. And then there's other rewards from this quest that are also huge. Like I can make tier 70 offhand ranged weapon for using with chins, tier 70 staff, tier 70 polearm. Like just such a massive quest to get done.
Oh, you got 80 div. Big.
That's the first invention, Rick, and somehow it's like it's my highest skill somehow. Yeah, I just got 70 farming, like mostly from these frogs on Anachronia, just absolutely absurd easy farming XP. But 70 doesn't really unlock much, does it? Like, I guess I can collect Master Farmer fragments now, which is cool. But yeah, more frogs.
Should I do the honors?
If you got it.
Ayy.
That's big.
I got
The Blizzard buddies.
triple broadcast. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I got triple too.
I only got double.
No, you got triple. It's just one is
Oh,
above.
there's a space.
Yeah, it's weird. Was that our fourth broadcast?
That's our fourth one, yep.
GG.
4 out of 6.
Putting the third and final free breeding pair of these spiders for y'all. I don't know who sniped the first two, but whoever's left.
That would be me.
There you go. All right, Dream Mentor time. Here's where we fight the inadequacy. Honestly, I feel like Courage the Cowardly Dog had a better representation of inadequacy in that one episode of that series. And there we go, quest complete. So that unlocks a bunch of spells on the Lunar Spellbook. Not really useful at this point, but maybe a bit later. And we have a talking lamp that I believe puts 15k onto a combat skill, which honestly, I guess range is the only one under 70. I don't really need it, but whatever. Oh, Kingdom of Miscellanea, so much GP sunk, but it's so good. This is about 6 days, 4 hours. Let's just see what I get. There we go, 800 mahogany logs, 800 teak logs. Those are just gonna get some construction levels. And then 2,700 maple logs for fire making, fletching, and eventually an invention for simple components. It's just so good to get this huge bulk log shipments in. There's the Eyes of Gluffery complete. Man, that puzzle and that quest, I just took way too long on that. Just could not wrap my head around it. Well, ooh, that's one of the requirements for Fate of the Gods. 79 magic? Okay. Next up is the Path of the Gluffery. And there is the Path of Gluffery complete. I think that was one of the journey achievement requirements, but I think Ants got that done a long time ago. But yeah, now just a couple more quests left until while Guthix sleeps. And there's the Wanted quest complete. Super quick, but now it's just Defender of Arak left. And there is Defender of Arak complete, and it's got some pretty hefty XP rewards on this one. Do I get any levels? Nope, unfortunate. But that means I have all the quest requirements for while Guthix sleeps, so I can go ahead and start that quest, I guess. Okay, there's Accident getting spooned another boss pet. He got the Glacior pet at this like 48 kill count. Now he's getting the Hermod pet at 90 KC. Just getting absolute spooned on some of these boss pets. Here we are doing well Guthix sleeps. I'm not gonna drop or alk or anything these Dagon High robes because you need the hat for a Master Clue step. Don't forget that if you're doing this quest. Keep these robes. Oh, the Hellfire bow is by the Chaos Temple for this cutscene. Is that going to be in the cutscene now? Nope, looks like it's a different area in the universe than the actual wilderness, huh? And here we are at the boss fight of while Guthix sleeps. A balance elemental. Man, this defense on this is so high. Like even with Vanquish, I'm at like 30% accuracy. That's some high defense. Got it down eventually though. And it was onto the 2 Tormented Demons, which completely shreked me. I completely forgot how to, like, kill Tormented Demons. Like, you have to actually pray against what they're attacking you with. So, yeah, I took a lot of damage. But the Stone of Jas effect is just OP. And that is While Guthix Sleeps complete. Oh, it's just a big, iconic quest. And it's just, like, so long. I keep forgetting how long this quest is, but it's so worth it. 400k Herblore XP. Like what was I, 67, 68, and then after this quest, all the way to 73 Herblore. Absolutely bonkers. And then there's this post-quest cutscene, but I think that's what I'm gonna call this an episode. You gotta end the episode on a big quest like while Guthix sleeps, right? So thanks for watching and see you next time for more big quests, maybe even Ritual of the Madra in the near future. Who knows?